I think the pound range is really what you see across the board. It's not just the pound, it's the euro as well. Most Asian currencies, including the Chinese yuan. I think at this juncture, the default position is still for UK, if they can't get any agreement or any deal, is to exit the EU without a deal this Friday. But I think the EU wants to see a deal. And the key thing is whether or not they will delay it beyond May 22nd. So I think the talks that everyone's monitoring is to see whether the UK lawmakers will come together and agree to participate in the EU Parliament elections. Only then I think we'll get the flex tension that the EU is talking about, that could last more than a year. So I think overall at this juncture, the pound is at the lower limit of this range. But then again, if you look at the positioning, most of the specs have already sort of reduced their short sterling positions. In fact, they've been, I think, focusing very much on the EU weakness and building up their short euro positions. So, but I think the broader market is quite interesting. Yeah. We seem to have a Jekyll and Hyde situation. So if you are interested in hope, sterling and renminbi is showing you year-to-date appreciation. If you're interested in reality, so you look at the euro and you look at the Korean won, where they're down for the year. Yeah. So the Korean won is the one that interests me at this juncture.
Okay, we might get to the Korean one in a moment, but I just wanted to pick up on a point that you were saying that a lot of currencies seem to be range-bound at the moment with very little direction. What do you think is going to be a catalyst for us to be able to break out of this range at the moment? Is there one that's in near-term in sight?
I think it's a bit difficult because the market is still trading on hope. So looking at stimulus, thinking that this could be like, maybe a nice bottoming in the first quarter and recovery. On the other hand, you look at the bond market, you look at policymakers, you look at the downgrades in growth, they're all looking at, that we're still not out of the woods yet. Maybe too early to call green shoots. So I think...
even though we're seeing some of the PMIs approved when it comes to China and the global economy just in the last couple of weeks or so appears to be showing some of those green shoots?
But the problem is that we're still in the first quarter. Yep. And numbers are still pretty volatile because of the Lunar New Year calendar. So, a better picture will come in the second quarter. But at this juncture, what you're seeing is still countries like Turkey and Argentina struggling with the recession, and Italy, already in one, Germany weaker, and of course, even if you have some kind of resolution on the U.S.-China trade deal, but the question is this only a ceasefire, as we're seeing with Mexico, and now the issue of whether auto tariffs are coming next month in Europe.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.